Welcome to Adam Sandler Film School. Is that what this is called?
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
A complete covering of anybody who's ever saw or touched Adam Sandler and whatever they're up to. I'm Robert Bacon, and with me, as always, are my co-hosts.
Marie Maloney.
And Caleb George.
This week, we are watching David Spade's Nothing Personal, a stand-up special on Netflix.
It's going to be very personal.
First of all, we're in the brand new studio.
Yes, the prodigal man-child returns.
Holy shit, are we in a studio?
He's home. He's home, folks.
This is
back.
Too professional for what we're going to talk about and the subject matter at hand. This is insane.
This is, I think, what some people would call overkill.
Yeah, Bacon is now a homeowner. I don't know if you can hear
Condo
echoey.
owner. Yeah, it's weird. It's still not totally moved in, so it's going to be a little echoey the first time.
But it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
He just gave us a tour, and we're proud of him. He's the first one of us to own a home, so way to go.
Thanks, guys. I'm glad to be back, and I'm really excited to be recording in person for the first time in 3 years, 4 years.
I've just been grinning. I started grinning when I left my car, and I was walking up, and I was like, this is a nice building. And then I came inside, and I was like, this is a really nice condo.
And then you get to the top floor, and you're like, yeah.
No, I didn't care. It was worth the climb.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is that we were like, let's sit down and record. And none of us had to be like, wait, my mic's not working. Wait, how did you? I can't hear you. Can you? What's going on?
You sound like a robot.
Yeah.
Are you using the right
Why,
one?
are you
No.
in the room, or are you just shouting from 10 feet away,
Yeah,
Caleb?
I'm doing Yelly Guy. I could do Yelly Guy really good in here.
Oh, you could do it in
man.
another room.
Yeah.
And really yell.
So I'm really excited, you guys, even though what we're watching I'm not super excited about. David Spade's Nothing Personal. You could watch this on Netflix if you didn't cancel your subscription yet. First of all, David Spade started out as a stand-up.
Right, yes.
So this is like his bread and butter. But he, from what I can see here, is that he only has 3 stand-up specials.
To be clear, it's all of their bread and butters, right? Like all of them started in stand-up,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm not. Who is one of the collective that didn't?
Chris Farley.
Didn't.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, Chris never did
One of the
stand-up.
few just improvisers or sketch people, like
For
right?
sure.
Yeah.
But most people stand up.
Yeah.
Most people.
And specifically the Adam Sandler crew. Like Chris Farley could have ended up in that crew, but I think it was we've discussed here, Kevin James took that role. Oh. And so and Kevin James started in stand-up.
in stand-up as well.
Which is really surprising.
It
Yeah.
is?
That one's the big.
You guys, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I'm actually taking the opposite view. I think this is going to be really fun.
Oh,
I'm really
okay.
excited to see David do stand-up because I've never really seen him other than like clips from a long time ago. I haven't really seen or heard about him doing stand-up recently. I know he kind of toured with like the grown-ups crew doing casino stuff.
Okay.
I've seen
That's the crowd.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
that's the
seen that
crowd,
come
yeah.
up on like Vivid Seats or whatever.
Yeah.
But I've never really seen like a true stand-up special from him, like a long one on like HBO or something. There probably is one that we haven't watched. I'm just saying, haven't heard of one recently.
Yeah. I mean, if we're watching one of his older ones, I think I'd be more excited. I just feel like now we're at the, I don't know what we're going to get with this David Spade.
I'm excited because I think of all the grown-ups crew, David is somehow the most likable.
I mean, yeah, for me, David's probably my favorite. He's in my, like, out of all the movies that we watched, Tommy Boy is like number 1, right?
Yeah.
And he did an amazing job in that.
Right, yeah. I think I like his natural, like, acerbic, like, vibe, like Weasley guy vibe.
I'm more excited about this than I am the Rob Schneider stand-up for sure.
Definitely.
I will say that I would probably
Definitely.
take a different approach to this because I saw 66 minutes and went, that fucker couldn't keep it under an hour. And that's so I'm probably already not in a good space.
It's only 66 minutes, Caleb.
Why 66?
Well, because you need bits. I don't know. There has to be a beginning. Like there has to be something in the beginning. Where are they?
Maybe.
Where did they film this? Here's the plot synopsis. It follows David Spade sharing his disdain for crabs and his unique approach to turning down drugs. Spade is going to prove that no topic is off limits. See
it's
that
so
last
cliched.
line?
Crabs and drugs.
It's so cliched.
Crab
I'm so
is my
tired
drug,
of that.
actually. So
Here's some others. In 1998, David Spade has a stand-up special called Take the Hit. And then in 2014, he had another stand-up special called My Fake Problems.
Would that be on Netflix? What would that be on? Just like a special?
That's a
somewhere?
great question. I
Comedy
could look
Central,
that up real quick.
HBO.
Go through them on.
What
Paramount
2014? This is 2014.
Oh, 2014. AMC.
Yeah, AMC, not the plus yet.
Not the plus yet.
No plus yet.
Oh my God, I made a joke, but you could watch David Spade make
on Paramount Plus.
My Fake Problems is on Paramount Plus.
Oh my God.
You could, if you want to watch the first, the middle one, that's the 2014 one, and then what did I say?
Swear to God, if that 1998's on Paramount Plus, I'm gonna shit my pants.
Please don't.
Brand new home, first shit. First shit
on the floor.
Yeah.
There it is. David Spade, take the hit. Oh, thank God, there's no shit on the floor. It's HBO Max, though.
Oh, I gotta take a piss on the floor.
Yeah, so, get $40 a month, and you can watch both of these.
Hell yeah.
On Paramount Plus and HBO streaming.
Perfect.
I tried to find something on IMDb about this. There's no facts or anything. I'm not going to have this influence my viewing. Hopefully it doesn't influence yours, but the title of the first review I see is, I Guess You Have to Be a Fan.
Oh, what the deepest fucking cut. Yeah. Oh, man.
But
wow.
And just like, all our stuff, this guy has 10 helpfuls, 7 unhelpfuls. It's a really touchy, divisive topic that we've obviously found out through the years.
Right,
if you go after Adam Sandler.
Right.
It's like 50-50, I'd say. People either hate him or they just blindly follow everything he does.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no topic is off limits for the ASPS crew.
No.
I will say, I know you guys watched Emperor's New Groove, and you weren't a huge fan of it.
I was.
Oh, yeah?
Well, we watched it together,
yeah.
and we were like, I remember this being better.
Yeah.
And we were younger.
I rewatched it recently. Ruth had never seen it. And I watched The Sweatbox, which is a documentary about the making of this film and all the problems that went into it.
What?
And it was Sting's wife who took up the project and shot a bunch of things behind the scenes. So it's a Disney movie, so they never released it because it just makes Disney look really, really bad. But you could watch it for free on the Internet Archive. You just look for the Sweatbox movie, and it's on there for free.
What?
You download it. It's a hard cut, so there's no music behind anything, and there's a time code on there.
Okay.
But I watched it. It was very interesting. You could see all the ineptitude of the people who worked, the higher ups who worked at Disney.
I love that kind of shit.
Yeah,
me too.
And they put the animators through hell.
Wow.
And then at the end of it, you hear both sides talking about it, and the higher ups are all like, yeah, that was the best way to make that movie. I thought it was a great way. If we do it all over again, we do that same way. And they go to the animators and that was the worst experience of my life. I hated that. And you could hear the animators, like the guy who did Eartha Kitt's Yzma. There's one animator assigned to each character.
Right.
And he loved Yzma. And that character was so much more complex and deep in the original cut. And he really put a lot of work into that, and the main villain, and then the way that they just kept downgrading her made him really upset.
Yeah.
So I even liked the dumb thing that they came out with at the end, because I think there were so many talented people there that eventually you're going to get something out.
I mean, Eartha Kitt makes that.
Yes.
She's so good.
All the voiceover acting I think is great. David Spade does a great job.
I think that's
in that.
what we settled on, right? Is that we liked some of the performances, but we didn't necessarily think the film held up.
Yes.
Is that what the consensus ended up being?
Yeah, I think that's what you guys said. And then I was like, oh yeah. And then I watched it with Ruth, and she thought it was okay. Her favorite part was just oh, where am I supposed to live? Don't know, don't care. And that was her, she's like, that was the funniest joke in the whole thing. And it was right at the beginning. And I was like, all right, yeah. It could have had so much more heart and so much to it.
Yeah, it could have.
And I forgot who was originally, it was Owen Wilson.
Oh.
Plays the more, Owen Wilson
David Spade and Owen Wilson.
Yes. So check it out. Internet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we're going to watch, we're just going to watch the whole stand-up special.
Yeah.
And we'll take notes. We'll talk. If there's any specific jokes that hits us, we'll play it and we'll talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Are you guys ready to watch 66 minutes of this stand-up Netflix special?
Yeah. Let's Spade away.
No topics off limits, so I'm ready to be
I want to
limitless
hear
in our
about
topics.
crab and drugs.
Hey, nothing's off limits. Crabs, drugs, nothing.
Nothing, including different species of crabs and several ways to turn down drugs.
And how crustaceans first came to be, and the drug cartels and the history of them.
You ever had king crab? That is my drug.
Let's all watch David Spade, Nothing Personal.
Someone tried to hug me today. I mean, I sound like a dick, but I'm terrified. You know what I mean? Who's hugging still? I go, oh, maybe I could just get away with a fist bump. She goes, nope, come here. I'm a hugger. If I wanted to sound 27, I changed my name to Connor. You know what I mean? They're like, Connor Spade, what's up? I'm like, just vaping. Honestly, even my friends hold me up. I have girls, I go, oh, you want to meet my friends? I see you coming, I go, you know Rick, Pete, and Roger? They're like, what the fuck? No thanks, sounds old over there. And by the way, it wasn't just a cute little landing strip. Not when I started. Oh no, it was a babushka. Oh my God, it was like home plate. Down the legs a little, it was like crabgrass. You tickling the ribs a little. There's no rules, it was lawless. They'd wear those old undies, look like an airbag went up. I'd sleep on it like a My Pillow commercial. Take it off and pull on them. They're 3.5 feet long. Jam down.
Okay, we just watched David Spade's stand-up special. It was interesting.
It was nothing personal.
No. But nothing was off topic.
Oh, no.
Nothing was off limits.
Oh, my
Off
God,
limits,
off
sorry.
limits, yeah.
Nothing was off topic. Everything stayed on topic.
Yeah, no topic was off limits.
Yes.
Every topic was on limits.
I will say, after, it's kind of the quintessential David Spade for me, of just like, you know what? I didn't get angry. And, I giggled a few times.
I didn't get angry. And we
It's a
get
win.
angry at
That's a win.
these.
That's a win for this
it's a huge
podcast.
win.
Yeah.
Like, if that was Kevin James the entire time, I'd be
We'd
like,
be
please stop.
so
Stop doing
angry.
this. Get off. Oh, yeah, there's cat hair over all these microphones.
I'm inhaling it.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Mary Cheese loves rubbing up against all the little nooks and crannies of these. So, hope you're not allergic, because you will die.
We're ready to jump into this
We're
thing?
going to jump into it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take any notes. You took pictures?
I
You
took-
drew drawings
I drew a
of
drawing.
David Spade?
I drew a drawing.
Pictographs.
Yeah, I drew little graphs. Well, first of all, Marie pointed this out of just like, there was the first 6 minutes we were in silence.
Yeah.
It's dead
Yes, we were.
silence.
It wasn't off to a good start. The first 6 minutes was like, oh boy, oh boy,
I think
oh boy,
you guys
oh
were
boy.
dead silent, and the only thing I said was, bump a biscuit?
Yeah.
So it starts off.
Great.
Which was just a repeat of his joke.
Yeah, and the setup is graze a camel toe. I just
Yeah.
want to be clear
And
about
then
that.
he's like, yeah, graze a camel toe, bump a biscuit. And I just repeated, bump a biscuit, question
and that
mark.
was the first, I think, moment anyone
Yeah.
spoke was
Yes.
bump a biscuit.
And I wrote down, I think I knew why. It's because the first 6 minutes was all a quarantine COVID jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're all kind of like, and there was nothing wrong with them. I don't think they were like that tired or anything. But it's just like, I think we're all really over it. Like, we all went through it. We all understand.
And still are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like, no, but it's the jokes are gone.
But that's why I think it's overplayed. Is like,
Yeah.
I don't need, like, we do these jokes every day just with interactions. Like, and so I'm just, that isn't a topic that's off limits. Like, like that's just a topic that's on limits every day. And so
Yes.
I'm just not into it. It's just not going to get me.
And then my little chart that I drew was David Spade's outfit. That I was like, oh, David Spade this is what he was told to wear or chose to wear.
But you know what? I was comparing it to Kevin James'
Oh,
special, and I thought he looked great. One of my early notes is he looks good. He's the best and most healthy looking of the grown-ups cast.
He is.
He is. His gold Rolex was a little distracting.
That was my second note. I just said, I like his watch. That's the second thing I wrote.
And before he made fun of it, I wrote Navy saloon shirt. And then the entire time he talked about having a cowboy shirt on.
Yeah.
So for those of you who aren't going to watch this, don't. It's a Navy shirt, gray pants, and he's wearing gray Asics shoes, and just an all gold watch straight from the 80s.
It's a very prominent, large gold Rolex. It is a statement accessory for sure. And the whole thing was just like, okay, I get it. You're wealthy, like you're well-to-do. You're syndicated. I get it. But the moment
we all saw Just Suit Me.
Yeah,
exactly.
We know
Absolutely.
you have money.
Good show.
Yeah,
but the moment he made the joke about him being like, oh, look at that. Gold Rolex, and then just went on.
Yes.
I was like,
That was
okay,
a
that paid
great-
off for me a little bit.
We'll play that clip later because that was probably the best joke.
I
was
think it
just
was
like
the
kind of
best
a throwaway joke.
I liked him when he was at his throwaway best. That it really did.
So many of his lines are throwaway, and I will just say as an overall note on this whole thing, one, didn't hate it. Wasn't like super excited. I'm not going to quote anything from this. Like I wasn't dying laughing or anything, but I will say that like sometimes he's there. He has the landing. He knows where it is, and he's like right there, and then he just chooses to like kind of peter out and kind of stop, and then just kind of moves on. And it felt like he really could have owned a lot of things, and he chose not to. He chose to kind of like stand back for some reason.
Sometimes David Spade being almost too cool is a detriment to him, especially as he gets older, I think. Because it just feels like he's not invested, and that's his sense of humor, but also it can be detrimental to his, I think, to a more polished set where he's just like I loved his throwaway jokes. Those are some of my favorite jokes in the whole set, but also that feels like you don't really give a shit. So why am I supposed to give a shit? And that makes the set overall like difficult for me at times.
Yeah, this set was so interesting to me because I feel like the structure is there. Like you're watching someone who's good at setting up.
He knows what he's doing.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Like,
he knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows how to.
But there were parts that just like floundered and didn't really stick the landing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't in the ways that we've seen Kevin James stand-up special and Adam Sandler's stand-up special do. Like those dudes swung hard and flopped. It wasn't like that. It was just very. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it beyond like, I think there's something inherently likable about David Spade that like makes you more on his side, even though he is kind of a dick. And that is lacking a little bit in Kevin James and Adam because they're like now a little bit too big for their britches.
Well, that's it. Yeah,
That's
he's a little
exactly
more
what it is.
self-aware.
Yeah. He
Every
is.
time he gets too big for his britches, he kind of cuts himself down, which makes him likable.
Right.
Yeah, and that's always been his comedy of like he's out of all of them. One of my other notes was just like, hey, he'll actually shit on himself.
Yeah.
He'll actually shit on
yeah.
himself. He doesn't like half-ass do it of like my head's shaped like an egg. Like no one thinks that Adam Sandler.
Right.
Like he really shits on himself, and you feel like he doesn't think that he's that awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get that with him.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where it's just like some of these jokes are really good, and if you just kind of like leaned into them, I would have enjoyed them more. But like so many times we had to rewind it because we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Because we kind of missed it. He kind of tries to like hide it.
Yeah, I was saying to you guys before, it felt like this was like maybe only the second or third time he had done this routine or something.
Mm-hmm.
It felt fresh, and it felt like he didn't have it like fully memorized. Like, when stand-ups memorize their set and they have it so down that they can go off of it and then come back and like maintain the structure. It didn't feel like he had the hold of that set yet. So he like, there were just times of floundering.
Yeah, but it couldn't have been like because you usually tape when you're towards the end.
That's what was weird.
Maybe.
I swear.
No, not always,
There
but
was
usually,
a point
yeah.
where he went to start a joke and then he goes, "No, I'm not going to do that one."
Yeah. And I do think that towards the end, the last 10, 15 minutes, it felt it felt less polished.
Yeah.
It felt less.
It felt
like,
riffy.
I think if I had to take a bet, and I'm completely uneducated, I would say that a lot of these stand-up comedians are going to work their bits in the small nightclubs over time and really get their material down. It felt like he did that for like half of it, and the last half he didn't, and just was like, well, I got to go on the road, right? I got to put this in front of 10,000 or 5,000. This is not a 10,000 seat theater. This 2,000 seat theater or whatever,
Yeah, it's in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
It's a nice theater.
It is.
Really nice theater. It's a smaller theater.
Yeah.
But I prefer a comedy show
Absolutely.
at something like that.
But it didn't feel like all the material was fully tested and fully
Yeah,
like
I agree.
formed. And so the last 20 minutes really does tend to taper off, and I don't think his last bit is his strongest bit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree on that one. Do you guys want to go through some of his jokes that he said?
Yeah.
Well, we were sitting in silence up until 6 minutes, so why don't we go ahead and play whatever that joke was right at 6 minutes.
Next day, we're Moderna. We're 95% efficacy. Oh, and we're room temp. I'm listening. Next day, we're AstraZeneca. We're 96%, and we're a bath bomb. Holy shit.
That was our first laugh because it was so many COVID jokes.
Yeah.
That was fun. Like, and we're
Yeah.
Bath Bomb now. It's like, all right, that was
It's
the
a good
first
hyping
one.
joke, right?
It was.
But I did hear, because you were talking about the lady, and
Yes. You
hear
with
the lady
headphones
there?
on, I did hear the lady.
Yeah.
Lady losing her fucking shit the whole show.
If you listen to this on surround sound, they kind of have the microphones positioned next to like one person each.
Yeah.
I guess you could hear like different people laughing in each speaker.
There's a gal that's just eating it up.
Yeah.
Repeating the jokes.
Yes.
That's how you know she's into it.
She's been to a few shows.
Yeah.
She's been following
She's like,
him.
oh.
Yeah, she has a restraining order.
Yeah. She's nudging the people next to him. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Yeah, I love this.
Oh, I remember this.
AstraZeneca. It's a bath bomb. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have said it. She's about to.
Oh, yeah,
There it is.
All right, then I have another one here we can listen to. This one is and then we were sitting around a while, and we're like, when is he going to get to the crabs? And he finally
Yeah.
he finally got to the
with a
crabs.
great line.
We've been teasing the crabs in just the tagline of the thing.
Here it is.
But the stairs to my room upstairs are outside, which is weird. And I'm in there, and it's covered in crabs. By the way, there's 1 million crabs outside, and there's 10,000 inside. And I go, I don't love crabs. They're kind of sickening to me. And there's too many at once, and I get overwhelmed, and they're fucking scary. And I tell the guy, there's too many crabs. And he goes, it's crab season. I go, but not in my house. Like, it can be out there. And he goes, but they're crazy. I go, these aren't answers. This is, do you get what I want to do? I don't want them here because they scare the fuck out of me. Because I'm kind of a puss, and they're gross. And they walk sideways, and that's unsettling at best. What?
So I will say his physicality.
Yeah.
He doesn't move a lot, and maybe it's because he doesn't move well. And to see him when he does move, it's very funny. I think he's very like
I
when
agree.
when he's physical on stage, he's very like deliberate, and it's very funny.
Yeah.
I agree. Physical comedy isn't his like bag. That's not his bread and butter. But I love seeing him do it.
I kind of like that he's bad at it,
Yeah.
and it like makes it more endearing.
Yes,
once again,
it does. It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we finally got to that, and then he also says there's a line in here that crabs are just spiders with good PR.
It's a
Yes.
good line.
We
And
all
that's a
laughed at
great
that
It's
one.
it's a good joke.
That's a really good. I mean, I thought all the crab jokes have been taken, and turns out that one's really good.
That was a good one.
Marie, you're holding up your phone like you have something.
No, I was just looking for the note after crabs are spiders with good PR.
What is this one? John Bangy? All right, so here.
What?
John Bonet.
Oh, John Bonet, we were going to dissect
All right, so
this.
let's
we
talk about
gotta-
this.
Because I didn't understand
But
the joke. Can we
wait.
watch
All right,
that
so,
again? Is it possible to watch it again?
So there is a reference. So then we move on to so
Wait,
as
he was talking about the crabs, and he said they were sneaking into his room
with the door had like a 4-inch whatever.
Yes.
So they were able to sneak into his room like John Benet Ramsey. Wasn't that was the
Yeah.
was
Let's
that
listen. Let's listen to it right now.
And I go, how are they getting in my room? Meanwhile, look, it's this thick under my door. The crabs don't even have to go smash down. They're like John Benet. Hey, yada da.
What's the joke here?
Is
what is that?
Is the joke John Benet Ramsey was a child pageant performer? So they just like come in with like their hat and their
That's
thing?
it?
Yeah, I think that's the
It seems too many jumps to
well,
me.
but here's the problem with that joke, in my opinion, is the reason we remember John Benet Ramsey is because she was a murdered child,
Yes.
right? Like we don't know the mystery behind her. So if you're gonna use that joke, why not just say a pageant girl or like a whatever?
Or like
the frog from WB.
Exactly.
Or like
WB frog.
Liberace.
Yeah.
Right.
Or like the girls with the plumes and the feathers.
Yeah, because there's a disconnect there when you reference the poor child that was murdered and we don't know why. And so it made me jump to like, is there a bigger joke here?
Is he saying John Benet? Like, what is he saying
He
here?
is saying Jean Benet.
It has to be Jean Benet. Is there another Jean Benet we don't know of? That's like this charismatic, like cabaret performer that we don't know about?
I just want to say that I'm translating. I don't agree.
You don't agree with what?
With the Jean
David
Benet.
Spade is like.
You think this is Jean Benet
I'm
Ramsey?
I'm translating what he meant. I'm not agreeing that it's a.
She's trying to say that she's explaining what he's coming from, not that she thinks it's funny.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Now, let's see. I think I turned on the subtitles. Let's just make sure.
Okay.
The crabs don't even have to go smash down. They're like John Benet. Hey, yada da.
Well, that's not right.
They come right in. Nobody cares.
Jamba It's a Jamba Day?
Jamba Day?
Is that a reference? Is he too smart for us? He's saying John Benet.
He is. Yeah. This was closed captioned by a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying John Benet.
Yeah, either way. A weird thing to say.
It is. It is.
It's off-putting for sure.
Yeah. But like the whole joke itself, like I feel like we all enjoyed. That was the first time I felt like we were actually enjoying ourselves when he was talking about staying at this hotel and there just being a lot of crabs everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think our second biggest laugh, other than the Rolex, was unintentional. A weird transition he had.
Yeah.
Because right after the crab stuff, I have a note that says "can't beat that."
Oh yeah,
transition.
I also wrote down I can't beat that transition. We were watching, we're just like, oh yeah, David Spade doing this for decades, like a real master of the arts, and like his transition was awful. Let's listen to this transition.
The guy's like, well, time for me to go. I go, is it lemur season? What's happening? So anyway, he leaves. I go to Bachelor in Paradise, which is basically a Toyota fuckathon. You know, you're nodding your head. I mean, good God. Whatever. Anyway, enough about that. I'll tell you about my sweet mother. My mom. I went over.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. And so anybody, if you're starting stand-up and you need some notes or whatever, just...
Enough about that.
Yeah. Well, enough about that. And then you just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, I mean, like, that's such a good microcosm of the whole stand-up of, like, I told this joke, whatever. Don't care.
Moving
on.
I can't believe you even like that joke.
Right,
Anyway,
exactly.
moving on.
And I'll tell you the other thing that really started to be telling for me towards the end of, like, I don't think you've polished this, is because he kept saying, I go.
Yes.
I go this, and then I say this, I go this. And I'm just like, that's... If you had somebody giving you feedback, that's the first note I would give. It's like, cut that out. Find ways to not repeat yourself in terms of I go. But that's why the ending felt unpolished. It felt like a poorly told story because you have so many idiosyncrasies thrown in there that I'm having a hard time listening.
Yeah. But do you think either one, it's from him not workshopping this enough, or do you think that he's just like so big now that it's really hard for him to get notes?
I don't know. That's a hard answer to give, just because I don't know. Like,
and we're saying this, I would say we all enjoyed it, or we all
hate
lukewarm
it.
at worst.
I believe that I enjoyed it the most out of the three of us.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite stand-up special I've ever seen, but there's something for me really endearing about David Spade.
Yeah.
Like, he reminds me of my cousins. And maybe that's because we grew up watching Tommy Boy 1,000 million times a day
Yeah.
when we would like hang out at our family reunion for a week. But I don't know. There's just like something endearing about him to me that like reminds me of other family members' sense of humor.
I mean, we've talked about it on this podcast, right? The idea that David Spade flourishes when I think his throwaway jokes are the best in the whole thing.
Yes.
But those throwaway jokes work really well across from somebody who is full of heart, which is why we talk about like Tommy Boy being so successful. Like, do I look good in the suit? No, your face does, right? Like that throwaway joke works so fucking well. And so I like the throwaway jokes more. I wish he committed more heartily to that and really just made his personality that type of throwaway joke. Because I could watch an hour of throwaway jokes.
Yeah.
But it almost seems like he's too cool for it. For me, anytime we watch something that isn't absolutely fucking dreadful, it's a win. Like, and I don't think this is dreadful at all.
This is one of the best stand-up specials that we've had to watch
Yes.
for the podcast, I would say.
I would honestly say the best.
Yes.
That in recent memory.
I'm trying to think of the other ones.
And the joke is, does this suit make me look fat?
Yes.
No, your face
your
does.
Your
face
face does,
yeah.
that's right.
And, you know, as much as like the two dudes doing stand-up together is like a little overplayed, like, I don't know. I think he could pull it off himself. He just needs to have that little bit more vulnerability and more honestness that he really shies away from.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to speak on that because his weed store little anecdote sucked ass. And
bad.
it's because you could tell that story was so fake and not rooted in any hint of truth. And you could just tell. Like his stories that are rooted in a grain of truth are fun and
like
funny.
There's no way that he didn't stay in a hotel that had crabs that like came under the door.
Yeah.
Like I think
and, like,
that was 100%.
We know he was on Bachelor in Paradise for sure.
Yeah,
like,
but the other one of just like, no, he's just making tired weed jokes. So like the guy who works at the weed store is paranoid. And then and then the other guy gave him the thing and he ate the weed too fast. It's like they don't sell the weed like they just don't hand you an open edible.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Right,
open it. Like
When he gets an old man-y improv or stand-up is when I'm like, definitely. And that was a moment of like, you're an old man. I get it.
That was a very manufactured story for like a boomer take on weed.
Yeah. But there is one, he does dip into my territory with dog impressions. And I think Marie was the first one to point this out. But we all kind of David Spade started doing a dog impression. And we all kind of side-eyed each other. And I like marked it on the iPad as like, and we'll talk about that. So let's listen to his dog take.
Because it used to look like a young Brando. You know, Scooby's like this, you know, and then now looks like Brando in Godfather 10. Like, he's so fat from sausages, and when he barks, he's like, brrr. It's a fat bark, you know what I mean? It used to be, now it's like, brrr.
Yes, he uses his mouth. He traps the air in his mouth, but he's not loose enough with it, and it needs to be more of like.
There it is. There it is.
And we all had a moment of just like, it's good to be back.
Fucking love
It's
this
good to be
dog.
back together, you guys.
Fucking love this dog. Dog's still kicking it.
He's 38 years old, that dog.
Oh,
over there.
fucking
Yeah, it's got arthritis and everything. He's got arthritis in his eyes.
Don't touch him and just ashes fall. Dog
Still
is,
eating puppy chow.
Oh
that
my
dog.
God. It's the only way that's kept him young.
The dog is about to be snapped.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't pick him up. He'll just turn into nothing. It'll be
did Thanos
Avengers
snap?
Endgame. Yeah, exactly.
This is Endgame.
Dissipate.
sorry,
Yeah.
I said snapped. Like that's a known normal thing.
Yep.
First of all, it's called the blip.
Yeah.
But
if you pick him up, he will slowly go,
will.
I don't want to die. And then slip away.
Tell my wife
Yeah.
I love her. I could still hear his bark in the wind, sometimes between leaves.
He'll be back once we figure this whole Thanos shit out.
He'll come back, still 38.
He'll be like, why is my brother dead? Did he die? During the snap.
Then Marie asked how much are tickets, and Caleb looked
Oh,
up tickets.
I've got the number, baby.
Okay.
I have a guess. I wrote down a guess.
Too.
Okay, I'm taking guesses.
All right, I already wrote mine down. So I put, average ticket, I would say, or like medium.
So here's what I'm going to say. Couple
what are we
qualifiers
guessing?
here is that he is not playing in Minnesota anytime soon. So I couldn't get the exact tickets for Minnesota, but I did
Okay.
find the tickets for, I think, a comparable city in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
Is that fair?
I mean, I think people in Minneapolis are going to get
They'd
pretty
be
upset
insulted,
about
yes.
that.
I totally get that.
But you know what? Cincinnati, not a bad city.
But I
either.
have to be also honest with you. Not a whole lot of places David Spade
Oh,
is
wow.
playing.
Really?
So we're gonna get in those mid-tier cities.
Was there
Okay.
any in Chicago?
No.
He doesn't go to like the Music Box or the Athenaeum.
the
or whatever it is?
music box?
I
If
don't
anything,
know.
he'd play like Chicago theater,
Yeah.
right?
He would be in the Chicago
I
theater.
think
you
would.
think?
Yeah.
Maybe
You think-
Athenaeum.
I saw Sinbad in
Athenaeum,
the Chicago
maybe.
theater. David
Okay,
Spade.
how dare you? First of all,
Fucking Sinbad.
he's in First Kid, so that's different.
Yeah,
and
that genie movie.
yeah, Steel. I get Sinbad and Shaq mixed around.
I mean, he's playing the Mirage in Las Vegas.
okay. The Mirage. Okay.
Yeah. But I
okay.
thought Cincinnati would be as comparable as I can get. It's
Okay.
either that or Winnipeg. I mean, what do you
No,
want from me?
Canada.
All right.
Then we have to change it to Loons.
Right.
And
Or
then it's
Saratoga, California.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want from me?
Are we
Saratoga.
talking like so, like,
Northfield, Ohio?
not front row, like mid
yeah, I would say
mid range?
So I'd say at most, the most expensive seats, I would say, if you want to sit like front row, it's like $220. But I would say average ticket price is like $86. That's what I'm guessing.
Wow. Okay. what
I
is-
said
I don't know.
45.
That's exactly correct.
Oh my god!
45 is
All
exactly
right, I'm
correct.
going by Chicago theater prices.
Yeah.
That's what
45 is exactly correct.
40. Okay, you know
On the
what?
nose. Exactly.
Wow. That's mid tier.
Yeah.
Are you like first level or are you a balcony?
Your balcony. But you're
45
front,
for
front of the
balcony.
balcony.
front of the balcony.
That's where I was for Sinbad.
That's actually
Yeah.
pretty.
There we go. That's house.
where I was.
That's house guest.
That's where I was.
That's house guest. That's Phil Hartman house guest.
I like it every time
Quality.
you go to the Chicago theater. You're like, and then when I watched Sinbad, I was
Yep.
up right over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's what you
Because-
get for a guest star in Sunny right there. That's what you get.
I mean, that's what I do when I saw Conan. I'm like, I remember the exact seats
Yep.
I had for Conan at
Yeah.
the Chicago theater.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Sinbad, first row, right up there, balcony.
First row
Yeah.
balcony for
45
Sinbad.
bucks.
Yeah.
45 bucks. Cincinnati, Ohio.
Actually, can I tell a funny story about the Chicago theater?
Of course.
When I was doing my goodbye tour in Chicago, like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
my
when you
parent-
lied to us.
Well, yeah, I said I'm never
Fucking
coming back.
scammed us.
Fuck this city.
You fucking scammed
Never
us.
returning.
I did all those return like goodbye shows, and I really regret it.
I
'cause
really
you were
regret it.
here.
Yeah,
I mean,
I made
frankly-
you guys come to all of them too.
Oh,
Yeah.
every single goddamn one.
We had a lot of
I
midnight
was like,
shows.
well, I got to do it because I'll never see him again. I'll never be in the same room as this guy, so I got to work it out.
yeah, you said a lot of stuff to me. We have to
I
talk
specifically
about.
told you, I was like, don't ever come back. If I go to these goddamn shows, don't you ever come back.
So my parents came down for because they live up in Wisconsin. They love coming down, going to do stuff in the city. And we went to go see a show, Bob Gadamasso, I don't know. An old
What?
man. It's an old man band.
Oh, okay.
It's a jam band.
Oh, hell
it's
yeah.
And he plays guitar really well. Everyone who plays is a very fantastic musician, but it's just like the songs go on and on and on. It's like I would rather go to Kingston Mines if that's what it's like,
Hell
because
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go to this, and I'm like, if I'm going to this old man jam band, I cannot be sober. I would
Yeah,
like
you
to.
gotta
I
be.
need to be high.
Gotta be high.
I need to. So I'm like, I'll just bring my weed pen, and just not really thinking, I'll just have my weed pen in there, and then me and my dad will go into the bathroom at the Chicago theater and just vape a little bit, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. And we get there, and the line to get in is super long because it's only old people going to see this, and they're all kind of they just see a line and they start forming it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, every time I go to Chicago theater, there's always the line. If you try to go in the middle, that's the shortest line because otherwise you stand in the street. So
Yeah.
Right.
kind of people never go there. So I'm like, let's go there. But that was a problem because then we got there, we didn't have a lot of time to think because as soon as you get there, you're really only 5 people deep in line. So everyone's going to steal this. So whenever you go to Chicago theater, go to the center ones, the shortest ones. And I see that there's a metal detector, and I'm like, oh shit, did not think about the metal detector and my
shit.
vape pen. And we're getting closer and closer, and I go, Dad, take this. And I unscrew the vape pen, and I tell my dad to take the weed cartridge and put it in his shoe, and then I'll take the the battery part and put it in my shoe.
Wow.
And we went through the metal detectors, took everything, and it was
Smart
good to go.
move.
We got it.
Because with metal detectors, it'll be like, yeah, you got a little metal on you.
Yeah.
But it won't be like, oh shit, you've
Yeah.
got a gun on you.
Yeah, so it's like, and if you put it in your shoe, you're fine. So if you want to bring in a vape pen, put it in your
Put it
shoe,
in your
Chicago
shoe,
Theater.
But split it up.
You and
Yes.
your dad vaped in the bathroom?
Yeah, and then we went and
Fucking
vaped
hardcore
it. It
dad.
was fucking
Bacon dad?
It was like the goodbye to Chicago. Like I was kind of just like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I get banned from this place.
Yeah, Bacon
Yeah.
Boys.
Bacon boys vaping
Bacon
it up.
boys vaping it up. It was such like an amazing
Bacon in the
moment.
bathroom.
Bacon in the bathroom.
Bacon in the bathroom.
Oh, you got baked in the bathroom.
we got
Bacons.
baked. The bacon's got
bacon's
baked, in,
got
the
baked in the bathroom.
and then we really enjoyed that show.
I bet.
In the bathroom.
Bacon in the bathroom.
My dad has Parkinson's, and so he smokes because it helps him. But the first time we ever, my sister and I convinced him to smoke weed. We were like, hey, why don't there's a I know we're getting off topic here of the Spade, but we were like, you know what? I think you might like the alcoholic with the THC in it. Like, just get a bottle. My dad loves beer, so he's like, yeah, dude, that sounds good. And so we sit down, we're all hanging, we're playing board games, and my dad just starts chugging it, and we're like, whoa, dad, like, let me tie this back in, like the Spade bit of like, you can only eat minch,
A little
right?
bit, yeah.
So he starts chugging this beer, and we're like, whoa, and he's like, oh, fine, I can't fill a thing. I don't know what you're talking about.
It takes a little bit.
I know. He goes to bed. We're all sitting there, and like the kids are just hanging out. All of a sudden, my dad comes running down the stairs through the living room and into the kitchen, and we're like, are you okay, Dad? You all right? He has his head underneath the sink, and he's like, and we're like, are you okay, Dad? He's like, I need water. And we're like, okay. And so eventually, and my favorite part is my dad was like, that was too much. I went to bed, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and I was like, where am I? And then I ran downstairs, and I couldn't swallow because my mouth was so dry. And then we had to sit down with him for an hour and talk him down. And it was one of my favorite moments as like a son to my dad to be like, you got this, Dad. You're okay. You're okay. Can I get you some more water? You okay?
There's nothing funnier than watching someone just go absolutely animal on like
God.
a water, like
Yeah.
water
Oh my
or a
God.
hose or like a bottle of water. Just be like,
We thought he was on fire. Like the way he shot by us, and then the sink went on, and we just heard like,
A dry mouth is no joke.
oh,
Yeah.
not joking.
That's the
Especially when
biggest
you
problem with
chug
weed.
it.
Oh yeah.
Chug it.
Oh yeah, you can't do that.
No.
you cannot.
It makes my face too red. I remember that. Okay. Here's a weird brag, I guess, that I heard.
Okay.
I put my face in the circle, and then you let me know if there's any instructions, because again, I go, yeah, teddy bear, just go. So, because I'm the type that never complains in a massage.
Of like, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't complain during a massage. Okay.
Yeah.
The massage bit, it fell flat for me.
I don't even remember this bit.
The heroin bit was good, I thought. Where
yeah.
he was talking about fentanyl, and it's
Yeah.
like 1,000 times more potent than heroin. He was like, who thought we needed 1,000 times more than heroin?
Yeah, I'll play that.
That was good.
This
Yeah.
so the whole massage bit before was just. Also,
I don't even remember this bit.
Well, it's because it was really old
It
man
was
bit of like,
forgettable.
hey, I asked for a woman
lady,
and it's
yeah.
a guy, and I'm not against the gays, but I
Right.
don't like it when a guy touches me, and it's like, no, that's not funny anymore.
Yeah, anytime you start with, I'm not against the gays, I'm like, well, maybe you
Yeah,
are
that's a
little
hard
bit.
to
Like,
start
why do
off
you,
with.
If
I'm
you
not
had to say it,
yeah.
why?
I'm not against the gays, but
Yeah.
they shouldn't get married.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, oh boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's this is actually the next joke right after this. He really hits.
Someone offered me heroin. I'd never seen it. This guy goes, Spade. I go, what's up? They go, you want some heroin? I go, I'm good. What's the pause about? What am I doing? What am I wrestling with? I'm not doing it. But I had to be cool. I go, shit, I just ate. Goddamn, what time is it? Fuck. Oh, that looks like a good batch, too. Batch? Oh, it looks chunky. Improving. Oh, man, that looks like it's really got some fucked up shit. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fun. Because then it's also like him being like, hey, I'm not cool. I don't know anything about drugs. Like, I say the wrong stuff.
My favorite part is that the tagline for this really included probably two of the best jokes, if not the best jokes in the whole set. This, like, rejecting drugs and the crabs bits. And I'm like, yeah, those are two great jokes in the set. I'm glad you highlighted them.
Yeah.
But then beyond that, it's a little bit more scarce.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing, and it does have gems in it that we all enjoyed.
This heroin bit is a gem for me. I find it very relatable.
Relatable.
Yeah,
that
I've never seen a heroin.
I've never seen a heroin.
I've never seen a heroin. I've never seen it.
Never seen a single heroin.
Yeah, Hollywood's not making films where women are leads.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. Yeah, I never see a heroine.
No, I never see a heroine.
Because I refuse. I never saw Wonder Woman.
Nope.
Too much getting woke for me to enjoy.
Yeah, I don't see it in film, and I've never seen it diced up on a desk. Is that what it happens with it? I don't know.
Diced up on a desk.
All right, I diced up all this heroin.
Anybody? I diced up the heroin. I used the desk as specifically instructed.
Oh, I hope you didn't use Boss's desk.
No, I did.
Oh, no.
Wait, is that cocaine?
No, it's heroin. You don't cut up cocaine.
Damn it.
Did you cut up cocaine? We got to soak that.
Cocaine's on a mirror. Heroin's on a desk. Okay? Slight but subtle difference.
Yes.
Coke mirror only. You want to watch yourself while you snort.
That's a rookie mistake if you put cocaine on a desk.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I put it in a book. It's like a book, what's it called? A bookkeeper. Bookmark. Yeah. Bookkeeper.
It sounds like the thing they cut out of Ghostbusters is the third key. I'm the gatekeeper. And I am the bookkeeper.
And I'm the bookmark. My last name's Mark. Last name. First name's Book. Bookmark.
All right, we got to cut the third guy. Let's keep the other two creepy.
Look at my cool little tail.
I'm really scared of ghosts.
Oh, God, cut it. The other two are creepy. We'll keep them.
You guys want to go to a water park with Mark?
Don't get me wet, though.
Yeah. Anyway, I also wrote down 140 pounds. And then, he did have a good joke when he said, I make a lot of money. Grown Ups is always on TBS.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, David Spade has made good money. Not to mention that his sister is Kate Spade. So I think there's just a lot of money in there.
R.I.P.
Did she die?
Oh, she died?
Yeah.
Whoa.
When did she die?
Also, first you heard the news here first, folks.
It's not breaking. I think
When
that
did
happened
she
in
die? This is breaking for Caleb.
This is
I think it
breaking
happened
for
in
bacon.
2018.
She did die. I do remember this.
Well, this is a big thing in advertising because Ulta, AdWorld. By the way, I'm in school for advertising right now, so I saw a lot about it recently. Ulta had a promo email that just went out that was like, hang out with Kate Spade this spring. And Kate Spade died by hanging herself. So it was like, ouchie, McOuchies, someone didn't.
Ooh, editor shoulda.
Yeah, no one looked at this. No one edited this before it went out.
Yeah, 2018. June 5th, 2018.
I did not know that she was related to David Spade until she died.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Wow.
Until she died.
All right, let's get back on the funny topics.
Anyway.
He brings up Adam Sandler. Let's talk about that.
And he goes, no, I'd like you to come in. So I go, Adam's not going to like this. Oh, I shove Sandler down their gullet whenever I can, just to get him quaking in his boots.
So this is an example, I think, or could be an example of how, like, there might be some more polish you could put to this set. Like, this joke keeps coming up, right? It's like, Adam's not going to like this. Adam's not going to like this. He does this whole bit about how Adam's not going to like this, and he reiterates it several times. So it's like the punchline for a lot of these jokes, which is great. Why not a great comedian will set this up, and then at the end of the show, this is a great punch.
Yeah.
This is a great end to the show.
this.
Like,
Adam's
and
not
this
gonna
whole
like
bit
this.
about like how he almost died in this airplane, and they finally land, and the guy's like, I think he does a fine punchline, but I think this is a better one in my opinion.
Yeah.
Could be wrong here, but like, well, we almost landed it. Why didn't you? No other planes landed. Well, I finally fucking whatever I did it. Adam's not gonna like this, right?
Yeah,
There's like,
that would
there's
be
just like,
way stronger.
Or Adam's gonna like this.
Or
where
Adam's
they
gonna
only,
like-
yeah. There was a bunch of out jokes. There's a bunch of callback jokes that we expected to come
but
back.
didn't happen.
Like he was moving side to side on stage
Yeah.
at one point, and we're like, because he was talking about how he doesn't like to see himself from the side, and we're like, this is a great spot to do the crab.
Right.
Oh, that's why crabs are always walking like
Right.
that, so you
Yeah.
could always get the best view. Or
Right.
like, nope, doesn't touch on it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
Yeah.
callbacks. A lot of missed opportunities.
And there's
and stuff
opportunities
like
for that. And that's why I was like, wow, he almost got like a applause break there. He almost got an
Yes.
applause break there. I'm like, yeah, these were opportunities when you reward the audience with listening and paying attention that you get an applause break because you do those callbacks. And it just seemed like there were a lot of missed opportunities like that.
We will. This is around 35 minutes in is the first time that the audience kind of turns, and then after this, the audience turns on him a little bit, but he gets him back. So let's listen.
My phone was running low, and I said, I wanted to plug it in. The hostess goes, I can plug it in for you. And I go, She goes, it'll be just around the corner. I go, where I can't even see it? I'm not giving it up. Now I know how Alec Baldwin felt. I get it, man. You don't want to give up that phone. There's too much stuff on it. They take his phone. They're looking for one thing. Some text saying, hey, I'm going to put real bullets in the gun to surprise everyone. You know, if it's not that, what are you looking for?
It's a little weird to be doing COVID jokes and Alec Baldwin.
No topic is off.
Yeah.
And a wiggly pube.
Oh, Wiggly Pube was funny.
Yeah, you just want to. Yeah. Well, that one actually. I don't think we have anything for the. Yeah, just I wrote down Marie loves wiggly pube dance.
Who doesn't?
Because so he talks about
it was just like good physicality.
really good physicality when he's talking
It
about
was
getting a
like-
wiggly pube in his IHOP.
Yeah, in his IHOP meal. I don't remember what it was. But then, yeah, he was just like talking about the wiggly pube and then like women or people in general like having pubes versus not having pubes
He went into
anymore.
a whole pube
Yeah,
bit.
like
There's a long pube bit.
yeah,
Thorough
like women
pube
waxing
bit.
And
versus
you know
not
what?
waxing.
I
And
mean,
it was, you know
yeah.
what? I enjoyed it.
How many
No
pube
topic
bits?
is off limits.
No topics
No
off
topic was
limits.
off limits.
And you know what? Pube jokes have been done 1,000 times. And he was able to do something different with it. And
Yeah,
I
it was
liked his
unique.
physicality. And when he was talking about the pubes, it was funny and relatable,
Yeah.
you could say.
Yeah, he had a funny line about like the way we used to like not regulate pubes, where he talked about them like creeping like
Up to your rib cage.
Yeah, up to your
tick-
rib cage or
tickling-
something.
Did he say tickling the rib cage or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that?
sometimes they were tickling the rib cage. I can't remember the exact phrasing of it, but it was just like it was funny.
Yeah, and I do think
was
that
silly.
it was a fun bit. And this either was after or before the bit about being an angry man dating women who weren't interested in him, and it was like a
Yes.
little bit of an old man joke of like, I'm dating all these women that you don't know how to text now, like you couldn't text me back, but now it seems like you're texting all the time, and I'm like, yeah, because they're not interested in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Like
And you
that doesn't
brought
have
that up.
They're 25 years younger than you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. And so
And
I'm
they're
like, they don't want to date an old man.
And they're texting out with Adam Sandler's friend,
Right.
like to each
Yeah.
other.
Right, getting a free meal tonight.
Yeah, and there was a few times, that happened. I wrote down like it's 2022 and David Spade is explaining to you what clickbait is, and it's
Right.
like he was like, "Do you know what clickbait is? Let me explain to you." And it's like, we all know, David.
But
Yeah.
and I had that thought process too. But he is explaining it to the audience that would watch this Netflix
guess.
stand up, right?
Yes.
So it's like it is a part of that where you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm not his demographic, probably. So he
Right.
has to explain.
That's
this.
what I was thinking too. But I also enjoyed the clickbait thing where he's like, damn, I do want to see what vegetable it is that Tom Brady won't.
Which is
Yes.
frustrating because it's not a vegetable; it's a tomato, and that's a fruit.
Yeah,
So
Yes.
I have umbrage
yeah.
with that.
Caleb made us stop the show right then and there. And
Hate the misconception that
Hate
a
it.
tomato is a vegetable. It is not. It is full of seeds.
it's weird that you feel so strongly.
It is a
about this.
fruit.
You get really
But it was a
mad.
funny.
Passion.
It was a funny bit. That's like where he was like, "Who? See how David Spade looks 30 years later," and I'm like, "That's my best photo of me." Like that is. It is like.
Yeah, it's
he
like I
is
look 30 years
self-aware.
older.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And he has a good part where he calls out like the way they do that to women, and it's like,
Yeah.
what's her crime? Aging 30 years and 30
Yes.
years.
Right.
That was a great.
It's a great bit.
That was a great call out. Great bit.
And I will bring up the trans joke.
Yes.
That actually
Oh.
is a great trans joke.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
he's not making fun of somebody for being trans.
Exactly.
He's
He
does
literally
the bit-
making fun of them for the name that they picked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And being like, that's a younger person name.
Yes.
Right.
We're
so
supposed to believe you're
context,
younger.
The joke is about Caitlyn Jenner.
Mhm. And we all went, oh boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were all like, ooh.
Oh boy.
We all
Like,
went,
Tread lightly, my friend.
well, because it's also like
We all tensed up.
Whatever joke he does make has already probably been made before. Is what
Yeah.
in my head of like, yeah, all right, let's see what happens here. And you know what?
Then
He stuck the
surprised-
landing.
He
He
did.
surprised
He
us.
did.
Yeah.
It's a good trans joke.
It is a good joke because it's again, and then it's just making fun of like the simplest, dumbest thing.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it
her age.
Yeah, and way to stick it like David Spade on that one.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed that one. I mean, I don't have any other notes. I mean, there's some parts I didn't like when he's talking about the Magnum condoms leaving around. I'm like, that's an Always Sunny joke that's been around. Like,
Yeah.
I dropped my condom for my Magnum
Yeah.
dong.
I laughed at Am I Right, Gals? About the condom being too big.
Am I right, gals? You don't want a floppy condom.
Am I
think
right,
is what he said.
gals?
But I don't think he did that. I don't think he did that. It was that. Like, I don't think he's self-aware of that. Do you
I
think
don't
he did
think
that
he
on
was
purpose?
either, but it really got me.
It's
Come on,
very
gals.
funny.
No one wants a floppy condom, am I right, gals? And then he moved
I think
on,
he
but
genuinely was like, "Can I get an amen, ladies?"
basically, and he moved on from the bit, but I stayed there for a while. is what I'm saying.
And then here we talked about this Rolex joke, but let's just go ahead and play it because I think it's a really great throwaway joke.
I did take a oh my god, it's a Rolex. I did
It's a good joke.
It's a
Yeah,
great
he looks
joke.
down at his watch and then instead of saying the time or look at the time,
Yeah, he
he just
says,
says,
"Oh my
I think
God,
he knows
it's a
he's on his
Rolex."
last bit. I think
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
knows, like, oh, I'm in an hour. Okay.
yeah, he's checking the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so for that's just a funny joke to me.
It is, and it's so on brand for him. Of
Yeah.
just like that little Weasley.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's so great at those
really
jokes.
is.
Yes.
Of like anybody else, fuck you.
Yeah, that's the bread and butter.
Yeah. There's a
Part of me that
his
thinks
stuff.
like maybe he's like really fun to hang out with because small jokes like that are kind of funny to me. But those are jokes that work really well in like a small group. Maybe he is like a cool dude to hang out with.
I mean, we talked about it before of just like, I always kind of like David Spade out of all the grown-ups guys.
Yeah.
I think that he was the most self-aware, I guess. And he didn't reach the same levels as the other guys, but like, I don't know, he's higher than Rob Schneider,
Yeah.
Definitely.
and he's way cooler than Rob Schneider could ever be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that plays out in his career too. David Spade, like, is syndicated, like had a major show, like
Just Shoot Me was a great show.
It was a great show.
I don't know if it's any. I doubt it holds up. It seems like a
know.
very '90s show,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed it at the time.
And we talk about his level of cool and the fact that he like kind of knows he's cool, but he knows he's not that cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like that level, like you could never see Kevin James
Yeah.
like being one of the hosts of Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah.
Like that, no, ew, gross. But Spade being that,
I mean,
he works on it.
Spade dated supermodels. Like there
Yeah.
is a guy, there's like a personality and a confidence there
Yes.
that he certainly has over a lot of the other Happy Madison
Yes.
fellas. So like, yeah, there is a confidence there. I think it's waning a little bit in that he is like mid 50s. How old is he at this point? Like, I think that is a little
Want me
bit.
to look that up? How
Yeah,
old,
how
how
old
old
is
is
Yeah,
David
give us
Spade?
a quick wiki. Give us a quick wiki.
Give me a wiki.
Give me a wiki on
He's
him.
57.
Yeah. So he's approaching 60, which actually he does look great for somebody
He
who's
looks,
approaching
Yeah.
60.
He looks way better than all
But I mean,
the
this
other.
is a guy that was dated supermodels. Obviously, like it was written a lot about in the Chris Farley book of like there
Yes,
was a lot of
yeah.
tension sometimes
Yeah.
between the two of them, and so for that reason, I'm like, yeah, dude is like confident in a lot of ways.
Any other notes about this, you guys? Anything else you'd like to say?
Yeah, no more notes on it.
What would you guys recommend it? What would you say? Like, because we're not ranking any of David Spade's stuff, but like, I would say it's not a must watch.
I would not say it's a must watch by any means, but if you got a hankering for Spade, go for it.
If you're a big David Spade fan, I think you'll enjoy this.
I'd have to get an understanding of what your sense of humor is before I'd recommend it. It's not a universal recommend.
No, and it's definitely not a must watch, but
No,
it's check it out. Big David Spade fan, check it out.
Sure,
I've seen worse Netflix specials.
Yeah, for sure.
For this podcast,
for sure.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely.
Just looking ahead at Adam Sandler's filmography right now, just seeing what's next. We do have Hustle is completed, and there's a trailer for it.
But we have something even before that.
We do have something before?
Yes.
What are we watching before? Well, that's the first Adam Sandler thing.
That's the first Sandler thing we have.
Oh my God! What's the next thing we have to watch?
Mike Myers has a new series, not movie, series out on Netflix.
Yeah, we should watch
called
it.
The Pentaveret.
Yeah, and we saw the trailer for that one. And The Pentaveret.
I watched the first episode with Jimmy, and I was high, he was not, and it was something.
Okay. Do you think we should watch it for the podcast?
I think we have to.
Okay. The homework will be watch as many as you can, and come back and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Watch as many as you could stomach.
Caleb is
if you can only stomach
terrified.
one, just be like, I only watched one, I only enjoyed it, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. That'll be the next podcast, you guys. We'll talk about Mike Myers' new Netflix miniseries, The Pentaveret. But the next Adam Sandler, why don't we go ahead and listen to the trailer for Hustle? Adam Sandler's new movie comes out June 8th.
I was going to say, I
wow.
thought it was June.
June 8th. So we'll definitely have to...
Is this a Netflix?
It's this is a Netflix film, but let's go ahead and listen to the trailer.
You love this game? I mean, love it with your whole heart. Because if you don't, let's not even bother. Let's not open that door. They're just going to slam it right in our face.
Look, I be riding through my old hood, but I'm in my new whip.
I love this game. I live this game. There's 1,000 other guys waiting in the wings who are obsessed with this game. Obsession's going to be talent every time. You got all the talent in the world, but are you obsessed? Let's face it, it's you against you out there.
Look at me.
When you walk on that court,
Look at me.
you have to think, I am the best guy out there. So let me ask you again. Do you love this game?
Look at me.
That's a god-awful trailer. That's a terrible fucking trailer. What's that movie about?
Basketball.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
This is the live-action 8 Crazy Nights.
Oh.
I thought that this was supposed to be about a Jewish league basketball, like a Jewish basketball
we talk
league.
about that?
That would be more of a story to tell than whatever it is I just saw.
Yeah,
because
this
all I
one
saw
is-
is a clip of NBA players.
When we talked about this over a year ago, I think we saw that this was in production, and we read like a quick synopsis, and I swear it said that this was about a Jewish basketball league.
Well,
in like
no.
Could have
Philly.
been at the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it is now a washed-up basketball scout discovers a phenomenal street ball player while in Spain and sees this
In
prospect
Spain?
None of that
as his
is
opportunity
in
to
the
get back in
trailer.
the NBA.
None of that's in the trailer.
In
None of that's in the
Spain?
trailer.
You know, all of it is a platitudes. It just seemed like a lot of
Yeah.
Those
platitudes.
platitudes, yeah.
How many movies about basketball does Adam Sandler need to be in? Like, we get that he likes basketball, but like, he's not good at basketball. Why is he even in there? Because he's the scout.
And we were also we were shorted a basketball Adam Sandler film in The Benchwarmers. Or no. What was the one about baseball?
The Benchwarmers.
Is it The Benchwarmers?
The Benchwarmers is
That
about
was
baseball.
originally supposed to be about.
But there's also baseball, and That's My Boy.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
but the original Benchwarmers was supposed to be Adam Sandler.
Yes,
with
and then he passed, and then they're like, put Rob Schneider in there.
Rob
will do
doesn't
it.
play basketball.
Rob will do it.
Rob plays baseball.
Oh, so we'll make him play baseball.
Okay, we'll do 3 on 9 baseball.
Yeah. So it's a little. It's written not by. It's a different director.
It says Ben Foster.
Yeah.
Ben Foster's in this. Robert Duvall is in this.
Yeah. Queen Latifah is also in it. This is the second Adam Sandler. Oh no, Adam Sandler wasn't in that one, but Queen Latifah Dove.
Bobon's in it. Oh, Bobon's in it.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
Me some Bobon.
It's got an all-star cast.
Maria Bello's in it.
Damn.
So this doesn't seem like the standard Adam Sandler Netflix flair.
Normal shit.
So I'm gonna.
But it looks bad.
Yeah.
At least the trailer is a useless trailer.
Okay.
It doesn't tell me anything about the story of why this is unique and interesting. And it just flashed NBA players. It's him giving a speech, and then it's over. And I'm just like, what makes this unique?
The basketball player doesn't even talk during it.
No.
Yeah, he
Just
was
Adam
silent.
Sandler, same platitudes.
And then it's just essentially a montage of working hard, which goes with the theme of the hustle. But what makes this story unique? A Jewish basketball player playing in a Jewish league. That makes this story unique. Is that what this about, or is it something else?
Well, we'll have to watch it.
I know.
June
But if you're
8th.
not telling that story in the trailer, then it's a shitty trailer.
Yeah,
that
I
was a
swear,
shitty
a
trailer.
year ago when we were talking about what was coming down the pipe and looking at stuff in production, I swear that was the one sentence.
But that would make me go, oh, that sounds interesting.
yeah.
Versus
It doesn't have that.
okay, guy's trying to get in the NBA and he needs to work harder than everybody else.
And he's from Spain.
And he's from Spain, apparently.
Well, we'll have to watch it either way.
God, do we?
Yeah, we have to watch it. Yeah, that's what the whole podcast is based on.
Damn it.
Yeah, we come back once every couple months, and we catch up on all the things.
Fuck.
Yeah. And now you have some Mike Myers to watch.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch some Mike Myers. We'll be back with that one, and we're definitely gonna watch that Adam Sandler one. Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah.
This is it. So you have to fucking deal with now. What do we say about this? What do we say about the David Spade? Nothing personal. Did we say David Spade? Workshop some more. Or, what do we say?
More throwaways.
More
Yeah.
David Spade, more throwaways.
Yeah.
All right.
David Spade, more throwaways.
Adam's not going to like this.